Hi, it's Jocelyn. I'm coming from you in my car. I'm getting ready to go get my daughter from school and thought I'd do a quick little video for you. I ran across a lady's video. It's her second time doing the program, and she had put on some tips and tools to help herself succeed since the first time she wasn't very invested in her journey. And I thought it was a great idea, so I thought I would put together my top tips for you to help you succeed as well. So, number one is to eat approved meats and vegetables while on program. With vegetables, they did take out some of the higher carb vegetables that have more carbs, which will help you to lose, or that can affect losing weight. You want to stay away from canned vegetables. And with meats, you want to stay away from processed meat. You do want to watch your portion sizes as far as when you're having tilapia, you can have 7 ounces, and with salmon, you can have 5, and making sure that you're not having any fats with your salmon, but that you're having all the fats that you can have with your tilapia. That brings me to number 2, which is weighing your fruits, your veggies, and your meats. You definitely want to get in all of those foods. Sometimes it can be a big meal for some people. So if that's the case, get in touch with me. We can split up your meals. We can work through where you get your meals throughout the day and still get your full portion size. But you don't want to skip that meal or have less. Less food does not mean quicker weight loss. It can actually affect your weight loss because you're not getting enough calories through the day. So please make sure that you get in touch with me if you're having a hard time with that. But make sure that you're measuring, especially your vegetables like spinaches and mushroom. When you're cooking them, it shrinks. So you don't want to count the full serving size before you cook them. You definitely want to do that afterwards. And don't eat more of the meat than you're allotted. Definitely keep track of those kind of things. Number 3. Prepare your lean and green meal and your MetaFast meal ahead of time so that you can eat on time. Sometimes by the time we measure our water and add it to our food, blend it or heat it up, whatever it might be, we end up being late eating, or we're trying to cook our lean and green meal because we forgot what time it is. You definitely want to allow yourself that time to prepare so that you eat on time. Times do play a big part on staying in fat burning mode. You don't want to come out of fat burning mode by making your body not know when you're going to eat. So try to set your times so that you know that you need to prepare your food so you can eat when you need to. It also helps so that you're not starving by the time that you eat, and that can affect through the day as well. Number 4, watch your condiments. Sometimes people want to add Splenda to their coffee or creamer, then they're adding salsa to their eggs, then they're trying to season their meats later on in the day, and you end up adding all those extra calories through your day, and that can affect your weight loss as well, whether it slows it down or you store more water because of more salts, whatever it might be. You definitely want to just watch those little things, because all those things can add up to whether or not you're losing quickly or staying at a plateau, and just be really honest with yourself, and if you are having too many, cut them out. I had to give up coffee because I love my creamer, and I just knew I wanted to really invest in my weight loss phase, and just gave up coffee completely so that I could cut out those calories. Number 5, write down what you eat and when you eat it. This really helps you to keep track of what time you ate, when your next meal is, making sure you don't double up. Especially if you're splitting up your lean green meal, it helps you to keep track of what you've eaten through the day. It also helps if there's something that comes up that I'm able to look over what you've eaten through the day over the last couple days and see if there's anything we can modify. Sometimes that's where I can actually work with what you're eating and help split up your meals or something. My Take Shape for Life, my TSFL app for the iPhone is a great tool. You can keep track of how much water you've had, keep track of your meals, setting your timer on your phone. I always set my timer so that I would remember when to eat, remembering to set it 10 minutes ahead of time if you need to prepare. And I also set it for my 15 minutes so that over my 15 minutes I knew when I was eating, so I didn't go over my 15 minutes as well, and I finished my meals. You definitely want to have that break in between because you're eating more often, and you definitely don't want to eat throughout the day and continue to graze. Number 6, water, water, water. Water is a huge key to losing weight. Have your body weight in ounces is great. If you can do more, that's awesome. They play a part. It flushes out toxins, but you can definitely see a difference in weight loss as well. I remember I lost only a pound or two one week, and I realized my water just kind of wasn't where it should be, and I saw a major difference in my weight loss the following week after going back up to my I think it was over 90 ounces of water. So definitely keep your water going. Crystal Light, half a packet, is a big help for getting at least 8 ounces down, remembering to keep in consideration your condiments. Number 7, exercise. Exercise can be a big part of weight loss. It's very against the grain to not exercise and think that you're losing weight or will lose more weight. While on program, you're not getting enough calories to burn, so you don't have those calories extra in your body where you can eat more to burn more. You don't want your body to then start taking from your muscle to get energy and storing your fat to exercise. If you're wanting to incorporate something and get moving, we can incorporate some walking and slowly add that in. If you get to a certain point though, then we have to end up modifying your 5-in-1 program, and that also can affect how fast you lose weight. So if you think more less working out, faster weight loss, then you're going to be able to maintenance level where you can have more calories and exercise as much as you want. But I even realized that before I was on program, I was working out more and eating wrong, and I wasn't gaining, or I wasn't losing anything. I was actually gaining because my eating was just so off. So I decided to just take the time to lose my weight, and then when I got to my goal, I then incorporated working out again. Number 8, making sure that you know if you're going to be gone all day, being prepared. I sometimes would stretch out my times that I ate, knowing that I was going to be out longer through the day. And so instead of doing 2.5 hours, I did 3, so I could make sure that I had times to eat all the way till I got home. Another thing was that I would have breakfast in the morning, an omelet with my eggs and my vegetables, and take all my meals with me so that I didn't have to think about where I was going to be and how I was going to get that lean and green meal in. I also took extra meals with me because sometimes I would be out and thought I would only be gone an hour, and then I'm gone 3 hours, and here I'm rushing home trying to get that meal in that I'm almost or am late eating. So definitely prepare for each day. Sometimes I've seen people put a baggie with all their meals in it, and it's already just ready to go. So you have 5 for the day. You just go back in and grab what you need, and you don't even have to think about it. So there's always just tips and tools to help you to prepare through the day. Okay, I believe we're on 9, weigh-ins. You want to weigh in once a week. And you want to weigh in before you eat, before you drink, and I always wore the same clothes as well, just to get a more accurate reading. But the once a week really helps you to keep your mind on how you're feeling, how your clothes fit, and less on the number that you see. Your body is changing. You're feeling great. You feel healthy. Your clothes start to feel better, and trying to focus on the number can sometimes take away from the success that you've had. And looking around at what you want or where you still have to go instead of looking at where you've gotten. So you definitely want to weigh once a week because there are other factors as well that can change ounces or pounds, as simple as using the restroom, that can affect your weight through the week. So an accurate reading is more once a week. And as well, measure your body. There was one week I didn't lose very much weight, but I had lost in inches. And it's always harder for us to see those changes, but when we see it in our measurements, that does help us to keep us motivated as well. So number 10, keep your mind made up. There are going to be people that will test you. they're going to think that you can have something little and it's not going to affect you. It's not going to mess you up. But while on program, it does. Having something little like a dessert or even a drink of some kind, those things can affect your weight loss. They can throw you out of fat burning, and you really don't want to have to start over with that fat burning phase. And it can slow down your weight loss. Sometimes, depending on what you have, it can make you gain. And just really keep focused on what you're doing. I remember my first week being asked, oh yeah, you've only lost like what, a pound? And no, I had lost 8 pounds. So I was really motivated that I didn't have to eat what they were eating. I'll stick with whatever I was eating for my Medifast meal. And I was satisfied because I knew the program was working for me. And it was just for the time being. It's just such a short phase of how long it takes for you to get to your goal, where the rest of your life you can actually maintain with all those foods that you do love. So keep your mind made up. And number 11, give the program time to work. It does work. You know it works. So definitely don't look around. It's very hard to see other people losing weight and compare yourself to how much weight they've lost and how much time. But for your body, if you're only losing a pound a week, you're doing great because your body can only lose that fast. And you'd rather it lose slowly and burn your fat than to go faster and start burning muscle. If you're following all the tips that we've talked about, then you are doing great. So just be encouraged that there are changes taking place in your body. Keep in mind your goal. What was it that made you start in the first place? Was it to get back to your clothes before babies? Was it to keep up with your children, to have more energy, to get off medication? Whatever that goal is, stick to it because it will work, and that goal is worth it and will keep you motivated to the end. And when you get to your maintenance goal, your goals change. When I hit my goal weight, my new goal was now to run a 5K. And so now I'm going through all those steps to be able to reach that goal. So you definitely want to have a goal in mind to keep you going. So definitely get in touch with me if you need any help with any of the things that I've mentioned. But keep going. You're doing great. You've already started the process. You're already on the journey. And so just keep it up, and it's going to be worth it. So if you have any questions, get in touch and have a great day.